Do 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 do. I'm back. Woo. Be under no misapprehension, the extent of the High Priest's tempering is to far exceed that of Gabu, we figured. But then he was a relatively mild case, milder indeed than the majority of whom we wish to save. The upcoming mission will be a true test of our treatment. Beat the patients till they start behaving correctly. I have no doubt that Alize will succeed at the cure, but we can but afford her the time. Alphina wasn't lying when you said I'd be defenseless, so I'm counting on you to give me all the time I need. We'll work on that. Our sole purpose will be to keep you out of harm's way, so leave that to us and focus on your own task. Indeed, that should you want for Aether, you need only say the word. Gabu! Did you follow us here? There's something important that I want to say to the High Priest. Say, please let me come with you, please. I'm sorry, but it's too dangerous. I need you to promise me you'll stay here while it's safe, alright? My apologies for the wait. It took time, but we have secured our audience. As all unfolded as expected, at the mention of my returning of their crystals in person, the Kobold suddenly remembered how keen they were to reconcile, of course. So the glorious spirit, in the glorious spirit of cooperation, we were able to receive. We are to be received by Patriarch Zada of the Second Order, who awaits our pleasure in the navel. If you are ready, let us proceed to the mines at once. All the way over there. Light. Oh right, I have to go all the way the fuck around. I'm lost with the map. I'm lost with the map. There's nothing more to say. I'm going to do this for Gabu, for Teslin, and anyone who ever... For Tesco. It's for Tesco. Sorry. And anyone who has ever dreamed of a better future. Patriarch Zada. If the name sounds familiar, it's because he is the one who presided over the deaths of Gabu's parents. I tried reaching out to him that day, only my pleas to fall on deaf ears. But this day will be different. We'll reach out together, all of us, and we'll take the peace by our Alize can be forgiven a certain amount of recklessness, but if she goes too far as to contemplate sacrificing herself, I will remind her how she responded when I thought to do the same. Not that we'll let it come to that, of course. Ready when you are, my friend. The Conqueror's chain stands ready, but weaken your foes and see them subdued. This aetheryte will bear us to the quarry, excuse me. We should Should he make to summon Titan, as I anticipate, we'll halt our ceremony and restrain him. At this, all hell will break loose, and we will have an army of kobolds to entertain until Alizé's work is done. Just remember, none must die. We must weaken them and let Eozan do the rest. Ozar. This time, stay the course, my friends. I expect calmer waters beyond the squall. I mean, Cloud can be not as calm as Squall sometimes. Boo. Boo, motherfuckers. I sacrifice people again.
Greetings, Patriarch. I am Merlwib Blufistvin, Admiral of Limsa Laminsa. I come before you to offer my sincerest apologies for the many wrongs committed by my people against you and yours.
You were foolish to come here. Stupid, unwise, foolish.
I'll go get the dictionary too. And the thesaurus.
The Great Father shall have your souls for your folly.
Uh-huh.
Aye. Just as we thought.
Bitchin'.
Now, Alizé! Quickly!
You don't need to tell me!
Apparently he does.
Let none pass.
None shall
As
pass.
much time as we can.
Seen Sark's Patriarch with vile magics. Killer, slaughter, slay, kill.
We must protect Alizé! There!
I hope they automatically.
You're in my sights.
Damn, girl! Come on, come on, come on! Bring him, bring him. What am I doing?
There!
Press button.
You're in my sights.
There!
You're in my sights.
Yay, I'm in your sights. Time for the chains! So, 3 more times. So one person's Aether alone is not enough.
Oh, just what we need!
Oh, okay.
You're not alone!
It's thing 1 and thing 2.
You're You're in my sights.
Here you are, Alize.
More! I need more ether! Just a little more!
No, is he about to have a... Boy. Say, you're not allowed to have the sacrifice yet. Can I not give you... Here, I'm the only one standing. Why did you ask me first? I probably have more ether than both of them besides Tia. Nope, no, Admiral! No! My sweetie! Wrong one. Yeah, we should have brought more people. Just thinking aloud. Sorry, I'm concentrating again. Next! Work this time, I promise. I mean, it's at 25%. I mean, good that we have a meter that's...
Yes, this will do. Here I go. Go, Angela.
Hey, this Cobalt's been a naughty, naughty boy. Make his mind, you know, squeaky clean.
Did it work?
Ah.
What? What is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, but they died by your hand. You sacrificed them to summon Titan.
Mind break time.
No. No, 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 no! Why? Why would I do such a thing?
Would that there were a cure for the victims of the Tempered.
And the cure is it never happens again. Oh, good, Gabu. You didn't, you know.
Gabu! What are you doing here?
What do you think?
Patriarch, please listen to me. Hear, heed, listen. The Great Father we have been summoning is false. He only hurts us and those we love. For a long time, his voice filled my mind. It told me to do terrible things. Awful, unspeakable, terrible things. But I didn't give in to it. And you mustn't either.
Oh, you already did, but not anymore.
There's been too much pain already. So please, end the suffering.
What have I done?
We share this child's desire, Patriarch. An end to summoning, for it spells naught but misery for both our peoples. For many long years, man and kobold have feuded over territory, pillaging and perishing for the earth beneath our feet.
Yep.
It may be said that we fought to survive, but what we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on. I would see us set aside the past and work together for peace.
Peace! Peace! Did it not? I was gonna say, I clicked it.
It was wrong of me to hurt my own in the name of the Great Father. Sinful, evil, wrong. But that doesn't mean there can be peace between us.
No, it's a start.
Men cannot be trusted. The bounty of the land was to be ours, and yours the bounty of the sea. But you broke the pact. Violated, breached, broke. Unready as we were, what choice had we but to call upon the divine to rid ourselves of your tyranny?
None, and I do not blame you for it. In violation of the spirit, if not the letter of the pact, we took your lands for our own. The fault lies wholly with us.
I love that I click and it's still not recognizing it half the time.
On behalf of all Laminsons, I offer you my humblest apology. I pray you'll find it in your heart to accept it.
Actions more than this.
Yet I know an apology alone will not serve to make things right. So, we will revise the pact to leave no room for doubt. And any who violate it shall face...
No, it didn't.
No, we won't be fooled. Not again.
Please, hear me to the end. Fleeting though it was, there was a time when man and kobold abided together in harmony, in cooperation. In those days, your people shared the secrets of smelting. Knowledge which allowed Limsa Lominsa to thrive. Much of what we have, we owe to the kobolds. And so, for the good of all who dwell on this isle, I wish to make you an offer. We will bear your people's wares to every corner of the world, and trade them in your stead. In return, we will bring you the bounty, not only of the sea, but lands both near and far. Whatever you desire, the Navigator as my witness, you shall have it. There will be no more man and beastman, just the crew of the great ship that is Vilbrand. And together, we will share in the wealth of the world. If you'll only accept our hand in friendship.
We want to believe you. We truly do. But we believed you before and you betrayed us. Fooled, deceived, betrayed us.
Yeah, he has every right to.
There are bad men, it's true. But there are also good ones. And the ones before you are the best of them. They were always kind to me. Caring, nice, kind, and I trust them with my life.
Yeah, trust the kid. Kid doesn't have enough experience to know. I mean, we are good, but I mean, in real life, just sometimes take it with a grain of salt.
Before I became Admiral, I was a pirate. I stole. I fought. I stained the sea red with blood. Such is my past, and I dare not forget it. However much I might want to.
Hi! Sia, how are you? Sia Chad? Sorry, just noticed.
That is death penalty. The pistol I used to pass judgment on my own sire when he fell thrall to Leviathan and betrayed his comrades. It's loaded.
I'm doing
If
well.
you were to point it at my head,
A lot better since
and
my
pull the
internet is
trigger,
back.
I
Woo.
would most assuredly die.
So I get to go back to streaming this. Woo, and other things. Every day except for Tuesday. I mean, Monday and Tuesday.
Though it isn't much, my life is the single most valuable thing I possess. If it will suffice to atone for past wrongs, take it.
Except for, like, since last Saturday when, you know, my internet went out. Which is your favorite game? Final Fantasy altogether? 9. Respectfully observing, Cryptic Tales are amazing. Ha!
A single bullet to annul the old pact and my blood to
I mean,
write
yes,
it anew.
observing her.
What comes after, I entrust to this man, my second in command. I know that he will do his utmost for the happiness of all
Thank
who
you,
call
I appreciate
Vilbrand
that,
home.
Sia. Don't kill my lovely, don't kill my lovely, don't kill my lovely, don't kill my lovely! I appreciate, hon. On that. But yeah, don't kill my admirable lady! I keep saying, it's admiral, but I keep accidentally saying admirable because yay. Shoot up in the sky. Whoa! Would you look at that? I missed.
I do not trust you. Not yet. But Gaboo does. And I will trust him.
And we won't murder him if, you know, that trust is misplaced or anything. Hardy har har. Alpha, no, relax. Heads would have rolled if Admiral
We
was
want
killed.
you to know
Yep.
that we respect your faith. There's nothing wrong with giving thanks to the land which sustains you. But summoning is different. Should you hear of anyone who would attempt it, we ask that you appeal to their better judgment, or failing that, seek our aid. We're
Yeah, she is.
always ready to help.
Mostly, yeah, I mean, mostly. Games like this, yes. Tomorrow I'll be
Many and
mostly
more of my
roaring
brethren
because
are
I'm
yet
doing Monster
enthralled
Hunter.
to the Great Father, just as I was. If you could free them too, I would be grateful. Appreciative, thankful, grateful.
I'll get you a thesaurus while you're at it so we can do more other ways of saying that.
'Tis we who should be grateful, Patriarch. I thank you for affording us this chance.
Mostly affording Gabu the chance. I never realized, like, she's pretty tall, but compared to Don't Want Her that versus... Well, at least the Patriarch, damn! Patriarch is big compared to even the other ones, if I... Anyways. Hi, Gabu! I'm so glad we could sway the Patriarch, convince, persuade, sway. Thank you for making it possible, thank you. I did nothing, I just stood there and nodded. 90%. The treatment may have restored the Patriarch to his senses, but it was the Admiral, well, and Gabu's words that touched his heart. This moment belongs to all of us, Ishnai. We couldn't have done it without each other. Woo! Pirate friendship! And negotiation. It has taken a long time, but the dream of a lasting peace with the Kobolds may soon become reality. It's all thanks to Alize. In two separate worlds, the seeds were sown, and through the determination of two indomitable women, they have quickened to this historic moment. I feel honored to have been present to see it. Tia definitely has a way with words. God. Thanks for putting it that way, Tia. How you doing, Zidon? The Admiral seems hell-bent on worrying me to death, but I suppose the ends justify the means. Well fought, my friend. Well fought. Better, like I said, since I got the internet back. Oh my god! That was driving me insane. But see, we found a way to forward with the Kobolds. Next, we will help the Second Order to free their tempered brethren from the thraldom. Theirs is from the only order, of course, and it will take no small amount of time and effort to reach the rest. But reach them we will, however long it takes. I would say that I was in your debt, but that's long been true. I know, right? We keep going. So instead, I would say thank you for helping us pilot a new course for not only RPG sex capital of Final Fantasy XIV, but all of Eorzea. Savor the moment, girl. Your next task can wait. No, it can't. I dare say all we can do is rest. Alize, not least of all, given the amount of aether she's been expending of late. Yeah, but I won't rest. I don't know that word. That sounds like a foreign concept to me. Don't get out that dictionary I just gave him. Judging by the grunt complaints my back is making, I have overreached myself. Ah, the ravages of old age. If I could befriend you all, then surely the other kobolds can befriend men too. I'll do everything I can to help them. Facilitate, assist, help. No, I'll say. But Gabu is wise beyond his years. It is all very well leaders signing peace treaties, but it falls to individuals to, I appreciate that, hun. That's good. I need to check up on my Twitter. I don't get on there that much. I used to have it set up so that it would announce when I did streaming, which I should probably do that again on there as Lily. Okay. I appreciate that, hun. I really do. But it falls to individuals to say, like I said, I should probably do more on Twitter. Twitter scares me. Lily is your real name. Follow me back. Have I gone on Twitter? Wrong thing. Wrong thing! Am I even? I'm on the wrong. Well, let's just put it this way. There's a lot of people saying a lot of things, and usually it's just this cesspool of people yelling at each other, without really discussing things with people. rather than, having a conversation. And I realized that I just wanted to stay away from that kind of stuff. Is it Lily? Is it Stella? Lily Melverick. Oh. I'm spelling that wrong. Oh, 1L. I am absolutely good at reading things. 10 out of 10. I love reading things well. No, of course not. Never. Alright, I followed you back, hun. Alpha knows Fias is equal parts jubilation and relief. Say, for a while we had when we adopted a bunch of cats.
Right. Let's return to the Rising Stones.
Like, we found a family of cats at my grandparents' house, and one of them we named Tiger Lily. That looked just like the
Admiral,
gray
something
tabby we
strange is
had.
afoot at the floating city.
Breathe,
the
man. What
male
is
we
it?
named Tiger, and then the female one that looked like him we named Tiger Lily. We didn't keep Tiger
I think
Lily,
it's
though.
best you see for yourself. Please, come with me.
Oh no, something's happening in the floating city. Oh, since the Scions are here.
What in the world is that?
That looks like a bad thing.
A tower.
I mean, its coloration
You can
even
see it
says
too,
it's a
then.
bad thing.
I feared I was losing my wits. One moment I was patrolling as usual, and the next it was just there.
That looks like the people who do the Void Ark kind of look thing. But they were enemies of the Nim.
Yes? This is she. I am. I'm looking at it. What? Understood. Send the Elder Seedseer my regards.
Oh?
The communications officer. It seems this isn't the only tower. They've sprung up all across Eorzea.
Oh, so Ubisoft has gotten in control of this. We have to, liberate the towers.
Nothing more is known. Only that they appear to be of Garlean construction.
That doesn't look Garlean.
Our
That
allies
looks
on
like
the
it's from...
Alamegan front are on highest alert.
That doesn't, like... No, seriously, that doesn't. That looks like the makias or whatever.
Forgive my directness, but
matzahs.
would you join them? They may well need the help.
Of course, Admiral. We shall make all haste.
It's looking far too organic for a Garlean design.
My thanks. I will return to Limsa to weigh our response. Look for Commander Hext when you arrive in Alamigo. And may the Navigator speed you on your way.
I mean, who else besides Commander Hex would I go see? I mean, the General Radahn, but I mean... I still haven't finished the thumbnail for this. I still haven't finished the thumbnail for this next expansion. Ah! Don't worry, Lieutenant Ciarfox. I keep overwatch over the tower. Your place is in Alamigo. I guess. Though it is invisible from here, the locals report that a tower-like structure appeared in the south. I repeat, Ubisoft is taking over everywhere! It appears to be business as usual inside the city, but Lias would be able to tell us if there's been any developments without. Gabu, don't worry, he's with our Maelstrom friends, meaning we're free to deal with the latest problem that to fall invited in our laps. Sigh. I mean, you get used to it, Alize. It's just one of those things.
Thank you for coming so soon. I'll send for Commander Aldin at once, and we can decide what to do about these infernal towers.
Rocket Preserve!
Oh god, it's asshole.
It can't be.
No, not always daily. Tomorrow's... Normally Wednesdays are when I do Monster Hunter, but we switched it to, Friday this week, since Genshin Impact just came out with its expansion. But... normally I play, at least on Wednesdays, currently Monster Hunter World with a streamer buddy named Haru. And... currently it is mostly Final Fantasy XIV, but also, like I said, since Genshin Impact just came out with an expansion, I'm switching between the two of those bits and pieces. So tomorrow will be Monster Hunter World, the day after that will be Genshin, and then Sunday will be this game, so. But Mondays and Tuesdays are the days I do not stream.
The palace! After them!
You're here, good.
That's fine. I understand. Baking, we don't want to burn anything.
Well, well, well! To be received by such an illustrious cast! Why, even the hero of the piece is here! I feel quite starstruck.
I didn't stab you hard enough the first time, boy.
Is that... Asahi?
Thank you, I appreciate it so much, Sia. Like I said, I hope your baking goes well and not burning anything.
His body, more like. You don't fool us.
Oh! You saw straight through it. Anyone would think you dealt with Asians before.
Nah, never.
Permit me to introduce myself. I am Fandaniel, and may I
Fandango.
say what a pleasure it is to finally make your acquaintance.
Scaramouche. No, I'm just going with Fandango. The towers, what are they for?
My, straight to business, is it?
You aren't worth my
Suit
time.
yourself. It is my intention to recreate the final days, to which end I have distributed a collection of rather ingenious devices, or towers, which will, in time, give rise to the grandest of spectacles.
You know, I was joking about the Ubisoft towers. Now I don't feel like I'm joking anymore.
The final days? But it was the Ascians who labored to prevent them.
Yeah, but all the final ones are dead, except I don't believe Selk is dead.
You're quite right, though I would expect no less from one responsible for eliminating my unsundered colleagues. Honestly, the three of them were obsessed with restoring the one true world. As a sovereign individual, however, I never had much interest in such things. I mean, why bother when you're just another sundered minion? Admittedly, Elidibus was not convinced by that argument, but thanks to you, I'm finally free of his incessant nagging.
Oh good, because I'll be here to nag in his place.
Free to use my powers as I see fit, to fulfill my heart's desire.
Yay! Joker.
And my heart's desire is to lay this half-broken world to waste, leaving nary a fleck of dust behind!
Hi, Elidibus, this is entirely your fault.
What? Why would you want such a thing?
Because why not?
Because I want wretched creatures who ask such meaningless questions to die! You! And you! And you! I want you all to die!
Okay, cool.
And I want to die too! Oh, yes! I want to die and take everyone with me in a paroxysm of pain and suffering!
I mean, if you want to kill yourself, do it. Don't bring me into your stuff.
See, from the ancients who clung to dear life, and from you.
I could tell
So
from
don't
that.
bother trying to reason with me. You will find I have no reason, or creed, or any such tripe.
Oh, good. So I don't have to mind, you know. Yeah, he's into cock and doll. I was say, oh, good. So I don't have to try and reason with you and all this other stuff. So I don't have to hold back and from beating the living shit out of you, even though the game will probably have me be beaten up.
But please do resist with all your might. It will add to my enjoyment. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes peeled, for the curtains have risen on the spectacle to end all spectacles.
Fun.
We, the Telophoroi, shall be your performers, and this very star our stage.
Can I back out? Can we void this performance? You know, it didn't. Let's say the contract doesn't say anything about this. Once again, you have to kick me in the balls.
Ah, but I nearly forgot. I have a message for you. My esteemed patron, Lord Xenos, eagerly awaits
at the end of
you
each
at the
expansion,
heart of the
after we
chaos.
beat everything. Well, I mean, in the in-between expansion.
While I wish only to destroy the world, he exists solely to relive a certain, transcendent moment with you. and it is for that reason he would reduce all to ash.
Like I said, I mean, I don't wanna. I don't want.
Pray see to it his dreams do not go unfulfilled. For if you should disappoint him,
I disappoint everybody at some point.
my trusty companion here, whom I've dubbed Lunar Bahamut, will burn your cities and everyone in them.
God fucking damn it.
Everyone out! My men will tend to the blaze.
With what? It's purple! Unless it's just colored that way and it still reacts the same way as normal fire does. Unless it's grease fire, then don't use water. What part could these towers feasibly play in the plan, do you think? I am at a loss. I, for one, am at a loss. For now, we shall bear the word of these developments to the others. I only hope that Thancred and Iriange are safe. I mean, they're towers. Signal towers. Hello, you know the last days were about singing and talking about the cacophony of sound and all this other stuff? Are you alright, Ishnai? The rest of us are fine if a little singed. That dragon let us off lightly. Honestly, though, only a madman would choose the name Lunar Bahamut, which just about sums up Fandango, I suppose. Though our objectives were different, I could understand why Elidibus and his fellows acted as they did, but, Fandango? It would take some time to make sense of it all, if indeed there's any sense to be found. There isn't. Our scouts report that the Ascian is dragon have left Girbania. It seems to be a purely social visit. Yes, social. Thank goodness everyone's safe. We managed to put out the fire, though not quickly enough to save the garden. Oh, shame. Radabon, can I leave it, to you to send word to the Alliance? I'm going to take a unit to investigate the tower. We need to find out more what it's for. We'll go with you. No, you won't. You'll rest. From what Admirable Bubble told me, you're due some time off. Should we learn anything about the tower, we'll be sure to share it with you. Until then, I want you to rest. This is probably the point between patches. Very well, but if you need our help, don't hesitate. And take care, both of you. If the Ascian is on the prowl, will not be long before we call on you and yours again. Rest while you still can. So you really did it. You found a cure for tempering. Oh, that makes me want to do something heroic right now. Speaking of which, I'd better get ready to set out for the tower. Don't be too heroic, please. I beg, I plead. Welcome back, Ishnai. Make yourself comfortable and let me know if I can get you anything. It seems you have quite an eventful time in my absence, but I am fully rested now and ready for more. Oh, really, Ysella? Oh, how it feels good to come home to the Rising Stones. It's here my heart feels most at peace, and my mind the clearest. Y'shtola has returned just before us, and it seems she knows about the towers too. Though my new, or rather old, by which I mean young, though this body is a great deal more stamina than the one I wore out in the first, I confess I'm looking forward to a moment's respite. We've had a busy few days, have we not? I mean, have we? Ah, you're back. Good. We've received reports from the Alliance. Since we're all here, perhaps those who bore witness to the events in Alamigo can treat us to the rest for a first-hand account. No sooner do we overcome one problem and another one appears. I mean, such is my life. It would all seem tediously predictable but for an endless variety of our foes. This Fandango sounds even more unhinged than his patron. Unhinged, perhaps, but no fool. For all his pantomime theatrics, he gave away a little about his plot. We know only he intends to recreate the final days, and the towers will somehow facilitate this. He also called his dragon Lunar Bahamut. Let's not forget that little detail. So he's on the moon? And the creature did resemble the descriptions I've seen of the Elder Primal. That may be, but the fact that it answered to Fandango suggests that they are not one and the same entity. I think it more probable that some matter of simulacrum, born of Asian magics. Whatever it is, for now we can but work closely with the Alliance and remain vigilant. Constance Vigilant? I believe that concludes our news. What's with yours, Ishtola? I have been to see the Sultana, knowing how quick the immortal flames are to dispose of their tempered. I judge it best to provide them with the cure first. As soon as I sufficiently recovered, I traveled to Ulda and delivered the porksy to her grace, along with instructions on their use. Yet my visit, chanced to coincide with the arrival of some troubling tidings. The immortal flames are on the cusp of agreeing to a truce with the Amaja when negotiations abruptly collapsed. Of course! Amaja claimed that a number of their kin have been abducted, and that men are responsible. Oh, guess what I'm doing? Not as known about the perpetrators yet, but as the immortal flames went about investigating the abductions, they came upon one of Fandango's towers. On the subject of the towers, you may be interested to learn that they are not an exclusively Eorzean Yum. According to the Alliance, they have been sighted as far as Doma. Then it would seem reasonable to assume that they're everywhere. We simply have not found them. I mean, I'm quite sure that it's easy to find. Well, as you said, we can do little now but remain vigilant, and since we are dealing with a dragon, ostensibly at least, I believe it would behoove us to enlist the aid of authority in such foes. Estidian! Woo! Oh my god, please, Estidian! Estidian, please, meet Alysae, and please. If he could persuade just a moment. If he could be persuaded to lend us his lance, I would be the first to welcome it. The truth is, we struggle to even find him. You let me and Kiri worry about that. We'll sniff him out no matter where he's hiding. Tataru scares me some days. If he is hiding, we have ways of locating him regardless, so if there's no objections, we shall depart at once. She scares me sometimes. Well, rather than sit around, I think we might go to each of the city-states to educate them on the use of proxies. They would be doubtless appreciate it, but might you consider taking a moment to rest before leaving? You would be fresher for the tasks ahead. Well, my friend, our moment of triumph did not last long. I mean, you get used to this. I want to say that. Oh dear. Come now, I didn't say that. Well, it may not be the most carefree experience. It's nothing in this world I'd rather do than write a new future with you. So are you asking my hand in marriage? A long future, mind. Whatever the, Joker might hope, we'll stop them, won't we? Together. Of course. Meanwhile, somewhere in the locks. Serious music.
The scouts should have been back by now. I'm gonna go and find them.
Oh no. Lies? You no longer have the protection of— well, not really as a scion, you don't really have protection anyways. Zombie? Zombie? Zombie?
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Oh, no wonder we learned how to save.
Glory be.
Figured out how to untemper them.
Glory be to Garibald!
Zombie, 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 zombie. I repeat, God, why did they make it like you have to wear sexier clothes, god damn it?
The piles have been driven as planned, and the first of the
Oh, look at him
beasts has
parade
roared
around.
to life.
Do you have a dance routine with this? Please, please,
Moreover,
please.
I am pleased to report that preparations are well underway for the rest. Ere long, chaos shall reign over all the land, as befits the final days.
Call it what you will, so long as my friend returns.
I'm not your friend!
With fangs bared and claws sharpened. I care not.
Of course, my lord. By strange coincidence, your dear friend—
yeah, strange
chanced to be
coincidence,
present when I
Yoshi-P.
made my declaration.
This way, so I didn't have
took the
to.
liberty of informing her that you await her coming. Though I confess,
I don't want to come anywhere
I may
near
have
you.
singed her a little in the process.
And why do you tell me this? Are you in such a hurry to die?
No, he's a masochist.
Ah, my apologies. I must guard my tongue lest it be the end of me.
Mm-hmm.
Though, there is something to be said for such a glorious death. Better to fall to one who has it all than falter before an inferior. Huh. I shall keep it in mind as a contingency. For now, however, I shall proceed with the plan. My lord.
Nah.
I must find myself a new weapon. One worthy of our long-awaited reunion.
I don't want. Damn. Don't piss off a sword or something. Spirit's gonna come out and wreck you. Also, Damn that he could just step on it to break it. God. Pen and sword. In the face of the new draconic threat, we would indeed benefit from Asinia's presence. Yeah, not like I'm not high enough level of the Azure. Yet I cannot help but wonder how Kiri and Tataru tend to locate him. They seem confident, however. Into the breach. Yes, Winston Churchill, let's go. Good news, Ishnai! Thancred and Yaranshe have finished their tour of the Garlemald and are on their way back here even as we speak. As we still haven't heard anything from the towers from the Alliance, I'm hoping they might be able to shed some light on things. They're due to arrive any moment now, so let's see what they have to say, eh? Ah, a welcoming party. You needn't have gone to the trouble. From what I hear, you've been more than busy enough as it is. Honestly, you might have waited for me to return before discovering a cure for tempering. As it is, I can't even pretend to have been involved. I mean, you were in the other world. Well, if it's any consolation, I myself was a little more than a spectator. The lion's share of the credit must go to Alize, Graha, and Ishnai. I did shit! But I believe I speak for the rest of us when I say we are proud to have rendered what little assistance we could. As you will also have heard, though, it hasn't all been tales of triumph. Just as we were taking a step towards finally addressing the primal threat, a pile of fresh problems landed on our lap. You know, as usual. And they weren't fun, sexy problems either. Like, say, a cat boy. Anyways, it's good to have you back. Or cat girl. Anyways, it's good to have you back. Though I can't help noticing that we're one Irionshe short of a scouting party. You haven't lost him, have you? Oh, I could... I couldn't lose him if I tried. And I did try. Repeatedly! But no, he decided to linger in Alamigo to apprise Ramon and the others of how the land lies in Garlemald. Then mayhap you would do the same for us. Indeed, it was just as Lai said, worse in fact. Devastation as far as the eye could see. Nevad and the Third, however, were notable by their absence. Might they have met their end at the hands of Zenos and Fandango? Perhaps. Or perhaps they simply lost the will to fight. You see, the capital has been plunged into a deadly silence, with one exception, the Imperial Palace. It was a busy place before the war, but it's grown busier still, with throngs of soldiers and civilians working there day and night to rebuild, or rather transform it. Transform it into what? That is a difficult question to answer. The construction is vast and unsettling to behold, like something from a nightmare. Is it that pillar thing that, like, is in the, in Walker's... yeah, in Walker's thing, like the title screen? Is the pillar to the moon? I'm halfway joking. It's the pillar from 2001 Space Odyssey. According to Urionshe, certain aspects of its design were clearly devised with the manipulation of Aether in mind. Magitech, in other words. Yet, as unnerving as said edifice was, it was nothing next to the sight of its builders. They sworn the place... Oh, so it is a good thing we figured out how to get tempered changed. Sworn to place like so many insects, working nary a word exchanged between them. No one overseeing construction, no one barking orders. It was as if they're possessed, or tempered. We wanted to investigate more closely, but given our suspicions, it seemed wiser not to take the risk. Stomping sounds. Stomping sounds. If Fandango could bind Bahamut to his will, he might have done the same to the people of Garlemald. Whatever the truth may be, this information is certain to prove valuable. You have our thanks. Well, to be sure to save some for Uriange, which reminds me, I have a message from Alamigo. Radabon is hosting a meeting to discuss the lady's findings on the towers. Any requests our presence. Then why not leave that to us? You must be wary from your mission. No, I'm fine. Those towers have been on my mind ever since I first spied one on the way back. I am keen to get to the bottom of this. In that case, I shall stay and begin looking into another matter. As I promised Kiri, we need not all attend. Yeah, I cannot, go not attend. Very well, I suggest the rest of us make our way to Alamigo forthwith. I'm just gonna sit there and nod! The sooner we leave, the more time we have to speak with Uriange before the meeting. Happy, Ishola, that you've rested up. If you're curious to know what I'll be doing in your absence, let us speak of it another time. At present, Kiri and I have no more than a hypothesis. Hypotheses? Just seeing if they have anything different to say. Nope. Same. Why, look at that! We're running back to Alamigo! Ah! Were we just there? Yes! I should someday, learn flying so I could get through here better, but I mean... It might be a Sunday thing. As I keep putting it off. Kind of like the Omega. Right. Well, we may safely assume that, I need to find out a stupid name to call them. What are they called? What are Joker's, underlings called? Is it like... are behind the workings being carried out in the Imperial Palace? We can only guess their purpose. You know how... There's Joker's gang on here. That's no fun. They don't have a cool, funny name. This Joker's getting cold. Okay, come on, phone. Come on! I believe in you. Half the time. Joker's Street Gang. Sometimes it's known as Joy Boys. Joy Boys! Oh my god, we'll go with that. Joy Boys are behind the works being carried out at the Imperial Palace. I guess their purpose. Although I was only in Revenant's Toll for a short while, I did manage to squeeze a brief drink with, Fimon. Springwater only, it'll be a flying visit. I wonder if there's any developments regarding the, Ja abductions. It can be no mere coincidence that the incidents began occurring just as the towers first appeared. My friends, much more have I heard of your travails in our absence. Heartened am I to see you all hale and whole. I mean, I was a bit singed, but I mean... As are we to see you safely return from your mission, Urianger. I trust that Thancred made you feel welcome. Gratia. Well, well, if it's Alphino and his merry band. Oh, what about me? Ardenval, whatever are you doing here? When we spoke via Pearl Link, you told me you were away on a mission. Well, apparently he's fucking back. And who said this isn't a part of it? But enough about that. It's good to see you looking so... Similar. I thought you'd have grown a bit taller after the whole year in another world, but apparently not. Jakes, quips. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. While my soul may be a year older, my body has hardly aged. As are you well aware. And may I remind you that we Eorzeans are known to be late bloomers. Especially in terms of our heights. He still hasn't grown in the next expansion, has he? Mark my words, the day will come when even the great goods, such as yourself, will crane your neck to meet me in the eye. That there's dreams and wishes and hopes, isn't there? Aye, 'twas not until my 20th summer that I myself outgrew my boyish proportions, though more Moonbreda towered over me nonetheless. Ardenval brings out the best in Alphino, doesn't he? They both seem to be at ease in each other's company. It's almost endearing. Let's ruin it. So, so what brings you here? What exactly brings you here? For Zola, mostly. We need to go over a few things before we set out. Wait. Does this have something to do with the towers? What gave you that impression? Because we're here to talk about it. Actually, tell me later. You've got a meeting to go to. I'll see you afterwards and all, right? Fadola is being... If Fadola is going with him, then that must mean... My apologies, as Ardenval rightly pointed out. We have a meeting to attend. Let us be about it. I don't have to be about it. I'm not gonna do shit. I'm just gonna sit there and look pretty. Like any trophy daughter should.
Ere we begin, I would like to offer my gratitude
Don't have
to Masters
personal,
Thancred
you
and
know,
Urianger.
experience with that.
It is no small feat to infiltrate the Imperial capital and live to tell the tale, much less in times of civil war. Thanks to them, we may plot our course in full knowledge of how the winds blow in Garlemald.
Full glad are we to have been of service. But verily, such dangers as we did encounter pale into insignificance next to those faced by our comrades. An Ascian, armed with the might of Bahamut, bent on bringing about the final days.
Can we stop with the, you know, contrite back and forth and just get to the meat of the matter, please?
Theatrix. He sought only to make a show of the power at the Telophoroid's disposal.
Joy Boys. That was it, right?
But since then we have seen no sign of this Fandaniel or his worm.
Fandango!
And while we've done what we can to bolster our defenses, there's no telling where he might strike next.
Whenever and wherever it may be, we must use the intervening time to learn more of our enemy. 'Twas with this in mind that we dispatched scouts to investigate the towers.
They came back zombies.
Our advance party took longer than expected to return. And when they did, They tried to kill us.
I mean, that delivery!
Luckily, I'd seen that sort of thing before, and we were able to restrain them before they did any harm. Then it was just a matter of letting the Porksies do their work.
Are you saying they were tempered?
Once they'd come back to their senses, they told us everything they could. It seems that just as they were getting close to the tower, they heard an ear-splitting roar. And that was the last thing they remembered.
Oh, the cacophony of sound, you know, the last days that we saw that Selk showed us.
But what worries me most is what they were saying right before they attacked. Glory be to Garlemald.
I think they're just trying to... Cat, stop. Don't knock that over.
The Tempered have heretofore ever been thralls to primal entities. Yet these hapless souls were compelled to accept a nation as the object of their devotion. This calleth into question all that we know of the condition.
I mean, have you met Americans?
Would that the unsettling news ended there. Alas, there is more. Following the earlier reports of missing Amalja, we have learnt that other beast tribes have suffered similar losses. And we now have reason to believe that the abductions are connected to the appearance of the towers.
Gaboo!
Our scouts sighted black-garbed figures leading shackled Ixal in the direction of the tower in Dravania. The Temple Knights were able to intercept them before they could reach their destination, liberating the Ixal and apprehending their captors, each of whom was found to be equipped with Garlean arms and armor.
So the Empire is the common thread.
With the support of Xenos, it seems likely that Fandaniel has rallied a faction of the splintered Garlean army to the banner of the Telophoroi.
Lord Hien reached the same conclusion when I shared our findings with Doma. The plan had been to march on Garlemald from the east and west in order to force a peace treaty. But the situation has changed. Dealing with the threat of the towers must come first.
It is not, but he is missing an arm.
Given the nature of the enemy and the proven risk of tempering, I could think of few suitable candidates to aid in this task. But I am confident in my choice.
Yeah, I mean, what other person can survive this with the tempering? Oh, we're adding Fadola to it. I forgot about Fadola actually filling.
Resistant to primal influence as they are, they can investigate the towers without fear of being turned.
Also me. Also me. Can I hear your pretty voice?
We're glad to put our gifts to use, Commander.
Angsty in the corner.
Gifted or not, going behind enemy lines remains a perilous undertaking. But we must know more if we're to strike back at our foe. I'm counting on you.
Oh, so they're doing it, not me. Wow, really?
If it
This
would give
is
us
new?
the upper hand, I'd do it 100 times over. We won't let you down.
Please don't have a glorious death on me, please, 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 please. Though we need to lose somebody before the
briefing.
next expansion.
You two, make ready and join your escort.
Yeah, no, the thing is, it seems to be a trend that we're gonna lose somebody between expansions. It just feels like that's the absolute trend that happens every single time.
Are you certain about this, Arenvold?
I mean, we lost, Papalimo. I
am. Come on, let's talk outside.
So technically, they were passing out too, so we were kind of losing them. But it wasn't officially losing them, but it felt like at the time before, you know, we got to the new world, that they were dying on us. Also, I forgot. Did I say thank you, Side-Eye, for the resubscription? I'm not sure. I am absolutely paying attention and here and mind completely amazing after the COVID. If it's small talk you're after, look elsewhere. Oh, sweetie. Except the numbers can provide hindrance when infiltrating an enemy territory, but sending only 2? Now that that's out in the open, I don't have to keep it under my proverbial hat anymore.
So you know, I've already gone through all the formalities at the Rising Stones. Made sure to inform Jamoldva and Vmar at Ralga's Reach as well.
Arenvold, I admire your enthusiasm, but this is far more dangerous than anything you have done before.
Well, I know Alphino survived, so, if he's on the poster of Dawn Trail.
I know the risks. And I also know what's in store if we don't stop Fandaniel from carrying out his plan.
Fandango.
With this power of mine, I can make a difference. If I stood idly by, I would regret it for the rest of my life.
Oh, look! More red flags! More red flags! Your life's not going to be that long, is it? Ha!
And you, Fudola? Is this what you want?
You know, important statements being made.
What are you asking me for? It's not like I have any say in the matter.
You have a lot of say in the matter, sweetie.
Don't pretend. We both know Commander Aldin gave you a chance to refuse. And you didn't.
Yes.
So the Empire's finished, is it? But that's what they're all saying. That the great and glorious Garlemald slit its own throat.
I mean, have you looked? You've met Xenos.
And now, from out of its twitching carcass crawls the Telophoroi with bloody Xenos at its head!
I mean...
I fought for Garlemald. Killed for Garlemald. What was I part of? I need to know. Whatever it is, I need to know.
An Ascian plot to bring about the rejoining.
Very
but
well.
the 3 original
If your hearts are set on this, I shall
Unsundered
not stand
are
in your
dead.
way.
Hi, Rose! How are you doing? Last fist bump! Last fist bump! Last fist bump! Another red flag! Yeah, it was nice having
If
years.
you've finished with your touching display of camaraderie,
I know,
have a
right?
question. Which tower are you planning to investigate
like a good one.
exactly?
Well, the one in Girabani is said to be tightly guarded. It's patrol after patrol out there, apparently. We'd be spotted before we got anywhere near it. Which is why we've set our sights on the one in Pagalthan instead.
Pagalthan.
There shouldn't be anything like as many Imperials to worry about down there.
Even so, I doubt the local Amalja will look kindly on it if they catch you sneaking around in their territory.
Fordola and I had a chance to learn the lie of the land in our previous forays there. We might still find trouble, but at least we won't lose our way.
I mean, I put it there in case I played any scary games that actually scare me, or like just generalized scare me kind of thing. But it apparently
best
ends
not
up
keep them
scaring
waiting any
everybody
longer.
but me.
Mayhap when all
Five
of this is over,
fla-
we could take another
5
trip to
red flag
Loxel.
dying.
I would have you know I've become a rather capable swimmer since our last visit.
May happen. Yeah, I repeat. Today, I would say one more day till I have a home and family to get home to. Last day until retirement. I have all things planned out. wife and 2 kids, and
I'll believe that. when I
picket
see it.
fence, and
Though,
dog, and all
to be
that
fair,
stuff.
getting into deep water does seem to be a scion's lot in life. Take care, eh?
Has a sick, like, dying family member that's, like, sitting there going, please come back to me after the war. I mean, after you come back for this mission, I'll live just
It
long
means a lot,
enough.
you know. You coming with me?
I'll still owe you for saving my skin, don't I? Can't return the favour if I'm not there.
Like, say, dying family. I know that he's an orphan to some degree and all family members are dead, but the joke of, a dying family member living just long enough to see them one last time before, you know, they go, kinda.
I dare say you'll get your chance before long. That Fandaniel sounds like a tricky customer. Too much for the likes of me, anyway.
Cat, stop.
But we both know I'd just be another soldier if it weren't for my gift. And I need to be a damn sight more than that given what's coming. I realise I can't hold a candle to a hero like the Warrior of Light or Alphino, for that matter. He might look like he's 12, but he's seen more action than most people see in a lifetime.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm the one dragging him there.
No, the fact is I'm nothing like them, and maybe I never will be. But I'll be damned if I don't try. They're counting on me. On us. So let's give it our all.
Yes, pets. They're gonna get married. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
He does not
if
want for
either of them
conviction.
die,
That
they're
much
gonna
is certain.
marry.
So let us
I'm
have
willing
faith
to
in
let
him.
you, Fedora,
Him and
not be
Fordola
my harem
both.
for that.
While
Mainly
they see
'cause
to
I
the
feel like
towers,
he's helping
I would
her
attend to
even more
another
than I
task.
could.
Chasing down this lunar Bahamut.
Oh, bloody thing.
Tataru!
Can you hear me? It's Tataru. I'm happy to say we've managed to find Estinian.
You cornered him in the back alleyway. Is that how this worked?
And I'm sorry to say he went running off again the moment we told him about Bahamut.
Oh, at least we know the general direction he will be in.
He did mutter something about heading to Ishgard, so if you're quick, you might still be able to catch him.
Cool! I'll get the ropes.
Even if we set out this instant, he may already have left by the time we arrive. Have her send the Bonanza to Ishgard. It may prove useful should we need to give chase.
I mean, I can teleport there just right now. You know, teleportation does exist. Absolutely.
Gladly. I'll see to it as soon as Kryl and I get back to the Rising Stones. Good luck.
Literally,
While
teleportation.
you go off on your dragoon hunt, Urianger and I will return to headquarters. We have much to tell the others.
I wish you every success in your search for our elusive friend. May we all meet again ere long.
Into the breach. Estinian Wormblood, the dragon, the Azure Dragon. He was another name that featured prominently in history books, and it will be fascinating to meet the man in the flesh. See, fanboying. I mean, he is meeting another one of the harem, so I mean, I get the impression that Arvenval is a lot more apprehensive than he lets on. Same. He would have been grateful Alphino was there to see him off. Here be dragons. Oh, really? So Estinian was bound for Ishgard. Whatever it is that brings him home, we must hope it will keep him there long enough for us to find him. Come, there's no time to lose. Here be the dragon. Dragons. You know, at least actually, now that I look at Alizé's outfit, Alizé's and Grahatia's outfits aren't particularly good for the cold, is it? I've only visited Ishgard once before, after the devastation of the 8th Umbral Calamity. To see the place in all its in all its original glory is a tantalizing prospect indeed. Assuming we find him, this will be my first encounter with the famous Estinian. If he's half the man Alphino claims, I fully expect to go weak at the knees. Perhaps a bit of fainting while I'm at it. Alizé? Head pats. All present? Good. Let's split up and search for Estinian. Oh no. Oh no. Is Estinian gonna meet Alizé first? Is he? Sorry. Since we're relatively new to this place, Graha and I will look around the open spaces, the squares and the markets and what's not. You and Ishnai can delve into the nooks and crannies. What a delve into Estinian's nooks and crannies. Very well, let's reconvene at the airship landing later, with or without Estinian. Good luck. I shall begin at Sky Steel Manufactory, so perhaps you could try the congregation. Lucia may have heard the news of our friend's return. I'm actually going to look around and see if I might run into Grahatia or the others around. Since I said open areas. Hilarious interaction. Okay. I am balls of excited then. There's Alpha now. Checking. It seems only yesterday that Dragonsong War was an inescapable fact of life here, and now Ishgard is united in healing the wounds left by centuries of conflict. Perhaps later there'll be time for us to see for ourselves how the restoration is proceeding. I mean, there's an entire district. I don't think any of them would be in the pillars. I'm also looking to see if there's any friends. Oh, Hilda! So, from A, it's good to see the rebuilding is begun. We'll see what the front says. Okay, already done the front. Where's the Grahatia? They said that they'd be in bigger areas. They said markets is too. Could they be over in the pillars? I want to see if there's any reaction between... Yeah, cat. I guess I can't find the other two in the wild. That makes me sad. Ah! Let me go by the last vigil real quick. I mean, you'd think it'd be smart for me to, since I'm here, go talk to, you know, adoptive daddy, sir. Fortons, but he's not here. Foster father! Anything new for you? Yep. Nothing. Good evening to you, Warrior of Light. You have my name. I don't know why you're being so formal, Lucia. You're also a part of my harem. I don't know why you're being so formal. Lord Almeric sent word that you would be attending the meeting in Alamigo, so I gather you have not come in search of him. So, to what then do we owe the pleasure of your visit? A spiky one. I see. No, we are not aware if Sir Estinian had returned to Ishgard, but as I expect you remember, he won't to come and go as he pleases. Mayhap he came as seeking an audience with Sir Almeric, only to find him absent? In any event, I am afraid I cannot help you. Perhaps one of your companions has fared better. Oh no. Many who pass through Ishgard via airship landing where you had linger there. But there's multiple ones, that's the problem. Oh yeah, I didn't check by the airship to see if they weren't already over there. I'm not smart. As you are quite aware. Don't know why you watch me stream. Though it might be the thing of me being stupid that makes it more hilarious. Yeah, Glahatia is here too. Sir Estinian is every bit elusive as Iriange suggested. Or very, okay. Do I read this aloud, or is it read aloud to me? Please, 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 please. Yep.
No sign of him. Not that I've ever met him before, but the way Alphino goes on about him, I'm fairly sure I could pick him out in a crowd.
Speaking of which, it does seem awfully quiet. If the erstwhile Azure Dragoon had returned to Ishgard, would it not be a source of general excitement?
No.
First the Scion's Coinkeeper, and now you. I'm beginning to think these meetings are more than mere coincidence.
Oh no. Oh no.
Not that I'm complaining. It's been too long.
Oh no! You're an idiot.
Too long?
You look an ilm taller and twice as rugged. It suits you, Alphino.
Oh fucking no! I
quieter, though. Have you been giving him lessons on how to be the strong, silent type?
She's about to rip you. Oh no.
I am not Alphino! If the two of you are such firm friends, perhaps you should remember what he looks like. And what do you mean, rugged? Ugh! Had my brother mentioned what an oaf you are, I'd never have bothered looking for you in the first place.
Estinian Wormblood, the Azure Dragoon. He who fought and felled the dread worm Nidhogg at the warrior.
Oh my god.
To think the day would come when I should see this living
The combination! Oh my god!
Would someone mind explaining what is going on?
No, I'm just here with popcorn. I'm here with popcorn. That's you don't get it. You don't get it.
Is everything all right? I thought I heard Alize shouting. Estinian! It's been too long.
Oh my god.
No, it's quite understandable. That was hardly the first time we've been confused for one another.
Yeah, but it probably pisses her off because...
Well, I, for one, will not be making that mistake again. What I will say, for the second time today, is that you've grown. Inside and out. I can tell.
We're ragged, huh?
One can't remain a spoiled little lordling forever, you know.
Especially with being around me, you end up getting into a whole bunch of shit.
At least someone's having a good time.
Oh, this is fine, Alize.
You know, when we were growing up, Alphino would never befriend other boys because he couldn't stand the thought of not being in charge. But maybe that's changed. He seems just as happy around Estinian as he does Arenvald.
What, did he think that he couldn't be in charge, not in charge in front of women? I mean, Alize, you definitely take charge around... Okay. I think he learned how to talk with people rather than at them.
I wouldn't be so sure. He still loves nothing better than the sound of his own voice.
I mean, it takes... I'll say... It takes practice!
No rest for the righteous, eh? Speaking of which, I was just on my way to borrow an airship to take me to Azisla.
Are we gonna go talk to Bahamut's consort?
Azisla? How could I forget? The dragon with whom Bahamut shared the deepest of bonds.
Aye, Tiamat, his mate. Even now she remains imprisoned on Azisla, though her remorse binds her faster than any shackle.
I see. As the one who first summoned Bahamut, you believe she may be able to shine some light on his latest incarnation.
Might I suggest that we make the journey to Azisla together? I'm not sure if Tataru mentioned this, but we Scions have an airship of our own now.
Yeah.
I see no reason why not. Assuming your sister can bear the thought of sharing a deck with me.
Be my guest. But confuse me with Alphino again and I'll throw you overboard.
Alize, I love you so much. Good little sister.
Ugh! I don't know who he thinks he is, but he's nothing like Alphino painted him to be.
I will admit, he is not exactly as I imagined him either. Based on what I had read of the man, I think I was expecting someone a little less... blunt?
No, you should have gone, like, very blunt. Oh, you got me halfway there. Not to complain, but I didn't expect to find myself here again quite so soon. So this is the Delta Quadrant, where countless dragons yet lie in prison. The great Tiamat among them. We just said the name and I already forgot it. Tiamat summoned Bahamut once before. She may have, again, willfully or no. It's been quite some time since I last set foot on Floating Castle, but I understand that the review were here rather more recently. I don't suppose you chanced to meet Tiamat during your visit? Alas, no. We had no cause to set foot here in Delta Quadrant, but I have studied the relevant records, which is not to say I wouldn't appreciate a first-hand account of your dealings with her. Well then, Ishnai is the person to ask. As far as I know, she's the only one of us who's met Tiamat face to face. Let's just say it helped that Midgard Solma was there to introduce me. Ah yes, you were a friend of her father. I too have met with Tiamat. After the Dragon Song War came to a close, I came here to speak with her, a worm who had fought her own war against man in another age. I wished to know if she had yet harbored thoughts of vengeance and asked as much. She said no. My hatred for your kind was extinguished long ago. But the guilt she feels for resurrecting Bahamut burns on undimmed. It torments her, even now. I see. Then for your original reason for coming here was out of concern that Tiamat might be forced to summon Bahamut? Nidhogg is a part of me. I feel his emotions as my own, and I know he would not allow his sister to be made a tool of evil. In his absence, it falls to me to watch over her. That's sweet. Kinda. I'm worried about what that implications may lead us to. On things. It was the Asians who taught Tiamat the secrets of summoning, even if they supplied the Allagans with the means to capture primals. So much suffering, all of it by design. The Azure Dragoons of history were the mortal enemies of the dragons, yet now they would be hard-pressed to find a soul who understood them better. Our grandfathers sacrificed everything to protect the realm from Bahamut. We must prepare to do the same. Tiamat awaits this way. Light. Choir of Angels showed up. So this is one of the 7 great worms. Even thus confined, her presence is overwhelming. Resigned to her fate though she may be, I cannot help but feel we may be able to help Tiamat. If she would only let us. I know, right? To think that man is responsible for all this, and so much else that dragonkind has suffered. My sire's mortal companion, what bringeth thee back to this forsaken place? Child of man.
It's plain she knows naught of recent events.
I mean, why would she?
Perhaps you should enlighten her.
I mean, really, do you really think she has, like, internet up here? That my sins should be repeated. I sense not the faintest stirring. As to who have called him forth, I know none save the dragons of Sida, our children. The Icon claimed their souls when he first manifests and robbed them of their will. They became tools for the Allagan's dark designs.
Much like those held here in Asisla. If dragons who worship Bahamut are required to summon him, that must mean...
Yes, the dragons of Miracia are at the mercy of the Sassian. There can be no other explanation. Cursed Asians, vile minions of darkness. Again you would profane the memory of my beloved, and strip our children of their freedom, their dignity. Are there no depths to which you will not stoop? Excuse me.
Your children's pain means nothing to them. They laugh at your kind suffering. But tears will not right this wrong, nor will lamentations see the perpetrators punished.
What would you have from me, Slayer of Dragons?
Behavior befitting a great worm.
Damn!
We came here to ask mighty Tiamat of the First Brood, consort of Bahamut, mother of the dragons of Meracidia, what she intends to do about the crimes committed against her children.
Were I free, I would answer thine insolence with fire. But words shall have to suffice. Oh, that's a short one. Recall mortals that it was I who did first summon my beloved, praying with all my being to bring him forth. You who contend with icons cannot well be ignorant of the consequences.
You too were exposed to his influence. That you are yet in possession of your own will is testament to the indomitable strength of your soul. But were you to meet with Bahamut again, you fear you might succumb.
Not right now. Indeed, ask the Dragon Slayer, and he will tell thee the power of we First Brood wield. If I were to lose myself to the Icon's influence, all will pay the price. But it is of little matter, for even had I the strength to resist, I yet lack the strength to break my shackles. This prison shall be my tomb. Oh, good thing that we just figured out how to get rid of Tempered.
On the matter of Bahamut's influence, at least, I believe we can be of some assistance.
We just probably need a bit more people for the energy part of it. But then again, she has a stronger will than most.
If you're afraid of being enthralled, don't be. We have a cure. And while we've never tried it on one such as you, its basic principles are universal.
So the jaw. The jaw! Speakest thou in earnest?
There is no future for those bound to the past. That you committed a terrible sin, I do not dispute. But if you feel remorse, you may yet make amends. We offer you that chance. Take it, or you will forever remain a prisoner, not of these cruel shackles, but of your own guilt.
No clue on that. Why is that she's giving this chance? It's not. Okay. That we're giving her a chance after all these years to finally be free of it. Face star annihilation. Is it because you're a reflection? Your own star? Was that? Are you from the void star or whatever? And now, okay, when our own star faced annihilation, Heidelin granted a sanctuary. Now your foes would bring about her destruction. I cannot allow for the debt I owe to Heidelin and to all those who have suffered for my sins. I shall fight with you, children of man. Justinian's happy. I confess my heart was in my throat when Justinian thought to berate her, but it appears to have the desired effect. Well, I mean, he knows her better because of the whole Nidhogg thing. It won't make up for the suffering she at the hands of men, but there's a chance we can free her, truly free her. We owe it to her to try. You would seem she still has some pride after all. Let's see if she's as good as her word. While the Porksies have been shown to be effective in curing the Tempered, Tiamat might be considered a special case. She is far larger and immeasurably more powerful than any subjects treated this far. Were we to remove her restraints only to find that the process has failed, we would be hard-pressed to contain her. Then, before going ahead, we should learn as much as we can about the exact nature of her condition. Suppose we can find that information here. Why? Yes, we can, indeed. The Allagans kept detailed records of all their notable captives. I know exactly where to look. We shall leave that to you, then. In the meantime, the rest of us can turn our thoughts to the removal of these shackles. We aren't going to do it officially, though. We're going to figure out... I know Alphino and Ishnai here well enough, but not you. Are you certain you're ready to see this through? Rest assured, Sir Justinian, I am both ready and willing to give my all for the sake of the star, though it's not my only reason for wanting to set Tiamat free. While I do not claim to know all of her sorrows, I too once found myself in a prison of despair, and I well understand how hard it can be to dare to dream of escape. It took encouragement of braver souls than I to make me take the first step forwards towards a brighter future. And now I would help Tiamat do the same. I gather you're not as young as you look. You are very much correct on that. Oh, okay. Mayhap when our work here's done, we could trade tales over a pot of Tataru's famous tea? And be indebted her for the leaves and the hot water? I think not. I see. Returning swiftly to the task at hand, then. I believe the nodes governing Tiamat's restraints are located in the sector known as the flagship. Ah yes, we are familiar with it. The Athochemical Research Facility in particular. Oh, and you may wish to take this, a spirit vessel containing a small amount of my blood. Which you just happen to be carrying around with you? I suppose it would seem rather odd. To explain, Rambaros, Iriange, and I have been researching the use of spirit vessels in the transference of not only memories, but traits of certain bloodlines. And so I keep one at the ready should the opportunity to test our theories arise. As for its use to you, you may recall that during our previous visit, the nodes here granted access to restricted functions. Having identified me as being of royal blood, armed with that spirit vessel, I posit that they will be able to do the same for you, even if in the absence of, well, the rest of me. It seemed worth a try at least. Agreed, we will take good care of it. The flagship, then. It's possible that the restraints might have mitigated the effects of her tempering, but Tiamat has been in the thrall of Bahamut for thousands of years. To have clung on to her reason through all of it says a lot about her strength of will. More than a lot. Alize and I shall remain here and attend the necessary preparations. In event that the spirit vessel fails to work as expected, you know where to find me. Good luck. Say, so, you know, Estinian, if you have a problem with, you know, Tataru's tea, why don't we have, you know, tea at my place? You know, the three of us get to know each other better, you know? Graha Tea is such a fanboy, if you couldn't tell from that interaction. We could have more than just talking about it, though. I mean, come on. Everybody knows what you invite people over for tea. It's kind of like inviting somebody over for coffee. I'd rather leave these Allagan contraptions to you and Alphino. Let us split up and search the flagship for the node that controls Tiamat's restraints. But should you find a likely candidate, do not be tempted to make any adjustments. It would not do to accidentally release some manner of experiment monstrosity, nor less Tiamat herself in her current state. Our objective at this stage is simply identify the revenant node or nodes. Once we've learned what we can, we shall reconvene and compare notes prior to proceeding. In other words, look but don't touch. Whoa. Except I'm gonna touch. I'm gonna touchy touch, 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 touch. Melodious. Node. Is friction between metallic components detected? Temperature increasing at critical levels. Please replace damaged parts or retreat to safe distance. Buzzy buzz buzz. Busy buzz buzz. These words! God, you did... The joke about the, you know, thesaurus apparently absolutely decided to go with it. Obstinatus node. You gotta believe, yeah. For data link between Delta Quadrant broken, possible cause, intruder interference, advised deployment of automated combat units, proceed. Clamorous node. Warning, scheduled dragon restraint maintenance due in negative 2020 years. Failure to verify system integrity may result in unscheduled specimen release. You gotta believe! Infernal things, one of them sent a swarm of mechanical Vilekin to plague me. I must have angered it. Really? It wasn't Alice somehow getting back to you. Somehow, over, you know, the wavelengths. I'm afraid Astinia and I have little to show for our efforts. Did you find anything? Well, I'm main protagonist, so yes. Yes, a chirping node which spontaneously warned me about neglecting the dragon restraints. Spontaneously, you say? Well, that does sound promising. Almost suspiciously so, in fact. But then you were in possession of a spirit vessel. Yeah, I had a bit of Graha Tia with me. I dare say it is indeed the node which Graha spoke of. And it was, chirruping, you say? Very well, let's take a closer look. Trolloping. Trolloping. Chirloping. Chirlop-blib-blib-blib-blibbing. Char-chara-da-ba-bang. Righteous indignation. Indignation. How did the Allagans tell these godforsaken things apart? Well, one of them's green, the other one's shaped like an egg, and this one's shaped like angle beads. And the other one over there is shaped like, it's square. I don't really want to stick it up anywhere. As suspected, the node will not acknowledge my authority unless... authority to issue it instructions. Blip, do you wish to operate the, dragon restraint mechanisms? Bleep bloop, you do not have the requisite access privileges. Operation of the dragon restraint mechanism may only be undertaken by the chief technologists and members of the royal family. Or with those with a vessel full of royal blood, I suppose. One never knows when a small portion of royal Allagan blood might come in handy, which is why... Do I stab myself with it? Bloop, new user detected, commencing biometric authentication. Authentication complete. User identified as a member of the royal family. Please state your name. It's not Ciarfox. I'm not gonna play a joke on this. Welcome! Ishnai Ciarfox! You may operate the dragon restraint mechanisms when ready. Unable to disengage restraints of the specimen Tiamat. The system update required. Oh god. A system update? What do you suppose it is asking of us? I could hazard, I guess. Well, that's more than I can say, confounded bloody thing. In other words, we go get Sid. User agitation detected. Initiating guidance program. In order to operate the restraint mechanism, I require access to the central control system. However, I am unable to establish a link to said system due to obsolescence of my own software. This issue can be resolved by applying a system update using the corresponding terminal located within the flagship. So this thing can release the restraints or not. It can, but only once it has received the requisite system update, as far as I can tell. Until which time it'll float around spewing nonsense. I think it'll continue to float around spewing nonsense even after updated, but yes. User dissatisfaction detected. Initiating vacation protocols. I am here to help. Rest assured that I'll be on hand to guide you through every step of the system update process. Except when it isn't. How gratifying, but I dare say we will fare better with guidance than without it. Sidonist qualities always make operating these Allagan devices seem so easy. I don't know what possessed the Allagans to surround themselves with these chattering orbs, but the fact they remain while their creators do not speaks volumes. That's a way of putting it. Guiding user to terminal, please, this way. This does not feel like the correct one. It's on the other side. Don't look at me. This is a test for you now, but Sadie at least knows. Access granted to user Ishnai Ciarfox and her adolescent elves and companion. Master Ciarfox's other companion is deemed a potential risk to safe operation and has been denied access privileges until November. This terminal appears to be similar to the one we encountered when we first set foot here. Let's hope it'll be equally as Even the node has recognized that Destiny is done with your shit. Let's see. According to the terminal, the central control system presently employing software version 56.135. Dare I ask which version you're employing? Oh god. Why, software version 42.002, of course. Blip bloop, warning, errors detected in data management system. Estimated time required for update, 5 years, 1 day. That is rather longer than we hoped. Are there any other options, for instance? Using the terminal to operate Tiamat's restraint instead? The proposed method is indeed an option. Please be warned, however, that this procedure may have changed as a result of the system update, and my instructions may longer be accurate. Well, I can't say it would have changed all that much. I don't know, these are technology running itself, so as long as we pay due attention to any discrepancies, I dare say we should be able to muddle our way through. Don't bother trying to explain. Just tell me if we've made any progress. No. Kind of. I would say so, yes. It does, however, require that I remain here to operate the terminal. I shall inform you via Pearl Link once I am ready to release the shackles. It might be best if you left the spirit vessel with me. I may yet have a use for it. Rest assured, I'll be certain to return it to Graha Tia once this is over. Maybe next time we could make more than one? Just a little more work and Tiamat will be free. But before we go any further, there's something I would know. When Tiamat and her kin fought against the Allagan Empire, both sides were dancing to the tune of the Ascians. And it was the same in Ishgard, where they stroked the fires of conflict between man and dragon from the shadows. All that Ascians touch turns to ash, and thus you have made it your mission to fight them. But there have been times when you tried to reach out to them instead, to find common ground. So I must ask, what do you intend to do with Fandango? Will you try and reach out to him too? I will try, yes, and if that fails, I'll remember him. I see little point in reasoning with the wretch. Or remembering him, for that matter. But perhaps there's a difference. That's the difference between you and me. You see the good in people. Except when I don't, but my character still does. Even if it be but the faintest glimmer. I only hope you do not come to rue your benevolence. Oh, never. Ah! You think us unwise for viewing the world thus? Far from it. that has ever been your way, as I learned when we journeyed together with Iceheart. I'm gonna throw this out there, and the key of this is, do not change yourself just because somebody else used your kindness. That's their fault. Yet the fact remains that there are some who view compassion as a weakness to be exploited, and there will come a time when you extend a hand of friendship only to wish you have dealt the killing blow. I mean, it means that the key of the matter... the key of this matter is, that means I can hit them again if they decide to, you know... decide to, you know, get back at me for being kind. Well, we should be getting back to our task. If Alphino has things in hand here, I suggest we join the others. But you should never be ashamed for somebody using your kindness against you. To some degree. Yeah, let's see what Alphino has to say. Cannot deny the logic in Estinian's argument. Given all that is at stake, even the slightest lapse in judgment could be the undoing of us all. Warning, releasing dragon restraints may result in specimen loss, damage to facilities, and incineration of staff. I mean, there's not much of that left. I'm guessing this is going to be an instance thing. Down we go! Yo. If this Fandango truly is without reason or creed, he is no better than a rabid dog. Treat him as you... if you must. Treat with him if you must, but be ready to do what is necessary. So the spirit vessel proved useful after all? Excellent. Estinian told me all as well, but nothing more. Honestly, it's like getting blood out of a stone with him. I take it from Alphino's absence that he is needed elsewhere? Well, that all sounds rather frustrating, but he got there in the end. While you were off talking to nodes, Gahatia and I learned as much as we could about Tiamat's condition. Our readings confirm that her ethereal balance leans strongly towards the umbral, as with the case with the kobolds. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that. The difficulty lies in the sheer quantity of aether which we must contend. Multiple applications of the treatment will invariably be required if we are to reverse the effects of the tempering completely. Why don't we ask for energy from, you know, one of his brothers, or, you know, Midsoma show up somewhere. Meaningly, I'll need all the aether I can get. Thanks in advance. Although this endeavor will ask much of us, we do have one reason to be optimistic. Namely, that Tiamat shows no signs of fanatical devotion, suggesting a mild case of tempering than suffered by the kobolds. Tiamat saw Bahamut as an equal rather than a god. May that have made a difference? Mid-Solmak from on? Yeah, Solmak. Yep. Solmer. Zaza. Now that you mention it, it is a very well might. She would not have believed it necessary to defer to his will. But enough talk. Time to put our theories to proof. Tell Alphino to disengage the restraints ethereal dampers. I'm counting on you, Angelo. Oh no. Ah, such warmth! The frost that shroudeth my soul doth begin to thaw. But what are these? Visions of days long forgotten? Of war with men in Allagan? Wherefore do such baleful memories return to me now? Could it be the process of restoring her soul to its pre-tempered state is awakening ancient memories? Or might the opposite be true? If so, by helping her recall her past, we might be able to speed her recovery. Ishnai, she trusts you. I don't know why. Speak to her! Ask her of times told past. Tell me of Bahamut and the Asians. Ah, Bahamut, my beloved, would that the peace we found in Mercia could have lasted for eternity, but alas, it was not to be. The Asians saw to that. In all creation, I know none more wicked. It was at their behest that the men of Allagan first came to Mercia, our home. The tale began when Bahamut and I left our father's side. We took wing in search of a place to make our eyrie. Beyond the southern ocean, we discovered a lush and fertile land. It became known as Mercy. I'm sucking at this. Cydia! We're just going with Cydia! By the men, though many years were to pass before they crossed the seas. Upon our arrival, we were welcomed by the peaceful people of the forest, kin to the trees. Surrounded by nature's bounty, Bahamut and I had found a place to raise our young. Fascinating. This correlates with the writings of the Charlian researcher Rusha. She posits the man first settled on the southern continent towards the end of the Second Astral Era. Correctly, it would appear. If only she were with us to hear the tale from Tiamat herself. Again, Angelo! When the first children of man arrived on our shores, no foot did they set in those places over which we held dominion. Such was their fear of dragonkind, and as they kept their distance, so did we let them be. Yet as days went by, ship after ship appeared upon the horizon, bearing ever closer to their brethren, who divided the vast land amongst themselves. For a time they knew peace and prosperity, but as their numbers grew, the smaller their share came to seem, and soon they began coveting the territory of their fellows. Ere long, man fought man, blood was answered with blood, and none could see an end to the strife, until one day they came to us. Recognizing our wisdom, they entreated with us to intercede in their conflicts. Bahamut agreed, and with him presiding over the affairs of men, the land knew peace once more. Alas, those golden days of harmony too were fated to end, for the men of Allagan slew my beloved, and I, in my rage and sorrow, heeded the envenomed words of the Asians. The rest thou knowest only too well. But your tale doesn't have to end there. When you're free, we'll rid the world of the Asians together, and you and your beloved will have justice. Fine sentiments, but you're almost spent. I'll keep watch from above. If the treatment fails, run. Need more energy? Ugh, thanks for the vote of confidence. I swear, when this is over... Keep going, Alice. The magic is working. Slowly but surely, the magic is working, aided no doubt by the memories you bade her share. Hi. The girl is stubborn as her brother. By now, her aether must be all but spent, yet she will not give up. You need some of my aether, hun? Well, I knew this wasn't going to be easy. No patient could have prepared me for treating a great worm. But we're close. I can feel it. And well, I've only got a few more drops of aether to give. With yours and Grahatia's, this will work. Then I believe I speak for both of us when I say you may take as much as you require. Yeah, Astidian can carry you back like you did before. Right, I might hold you to that. Alright, here I go.
No! I'm almost there!
We believe in you. Hi! We believe in you. No homo.
This is it, Angelo!
Oh. I'm back after not having internet. Woo! Yes, I feel it. The icon's grip groweth weak.
Did it work?
We won't know for certain until the shackles are removed.
Why though? I'm doing well. How about you, hun? Nice. How's that going? Answer me, children of man. Can my kindred be saved like in this matter?
Many have been subjected to the Allagan's dark arts. Their flesh irrevocably altered. For such tortured souls, I fear there can be no salvation.
My children, should you hearken unto my call, we shall fly together once more, but should you not, I shall grant you peace. Better to die than live as a tool of evil. You two will wish this, I know, and I shall do as I must.
When that time comes, you won't be alone. We'll stand by you.
How far are you in the game, by the way? I forgot. Thou hast my gratitude, little one.
Alphino's ready. It's time. review it. And let's hope the treatment worked as it should.
Fulton Chain Island. Nice. Pretty baby, pretty baby. Fierce baby. Bahamut, my beloved. For vengeance and atonement I rise.
By the gods!
She's so pretty! Perfect timing?
Ryonjay, your timing could not be better.
I know, right?
Understood, we're on our way.
Oh.
It's Bahamut. He's been sighted over Pagalthan.
Isn't that where,
He flies for the largest Amalja settlement in the region, at the head of a vast host, including dragons.
Oh god. Do we have enough time with the Forksy?
Did you hear all that, Alphino? You'd best rejoin your comrades. I'll make my own way.
Of course you will.
Our enemy awaits. Shall we?
I mean, by dragon? Cool. There he gets to be epic again! I'll be fine. Plenty of time to recover on the airship. Do we have Charlie and bread? You know? Well, I'm sure you're desperate to join Estinian and Tiamat in battle. Would be wiser to gather the full strength of the silence first. The foe we face demands no less. In Heaven's Ward. Well, this might be spoilers with the fact that we're here talking with this lady here. Well, I mean, she just flew off, but I mean... I think I am at the very end of Shadowbringers. Send word to the others. We are to rendezvous in Uda at the Howl of Flames. Let us collect Alphino and be on our way. Debate whether I want to fully finish Shadowbringers tonight. Oh, he actually dragged us here. First the spate of abductions, and now attack on Jazz homeland. What do the Joy Boys aim to achieve with all this? If you're worried about me, don't be. I got some rest on the flight, and now I'm feeling ready for anything. I don't believe you, because that's the same thing I would do. I'm not sure if you recall, but Arval and Fedora were bound for... That's what I was thinking. I pray they've not come to any harm. Yeah, we were nothing about, you know, red flagging anything. By happy coincidence, Keely and I were in the process of concluding our inquiries when news reached us of Lunar Bahamut's return. There's so much to discuss, but we'll have to wait. If the foe we face we know but little. Though time be the essence, we must not stint on our preparations, lest our haste to fly to the aid of the Auja cost us our best chance of victory. Now, I know some of you could do with the rest, but I'm sorry to say that the Joy Boys have other plans. Palathalath is already under siege. Happily, the Immortal Flames arrived just in time to join the defensive effort, with Master Taropin at their head. Well now, given the failure of the peace negotiations, I was uncertain of how the Sultanate would respond. 'Tis good to hear that old Udal has not abandoned the abandoned then? Did we not profess to be their friends? Your Grace! Master Taropin had made provisions for such an tendency, and were ready to depart at a moment's notice. All that was required was the agreement of the Syndicate, each of whom voted in favor of intervention. Nor is Udal alone in its resolves. The other alliance's nations have likewise dispatched their troops to blah 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 blah. Oh, I get to see my lovelies! I mean, you know, kill things. I mean, both things are awesome. And happening at the same time, even better. Yet even with our combined strength, we shall be sorely tested, for we face not only the might of an Imperial Legion, but Lunar Bahamut and his draconic horde beside. Oh, don't worry about that too much. Tiamat's children. Fight as we may, victory is by no means assured. But not all of the omens are grim. Our forces report that despite their proximity to Lunar Bahamut, none of the Amaja show any signs of tempering. Strange, what Primal will turn down a chance to claim new thralls? One that's there just for chaos. Or getting them to summon their own. Unless it's incapable of doing so. Primals are not wont to serve a master, Ascian or otherwise. It may well be that Lunar Bahamut differs in some fundamental manner from those we've previously encountered. If that were true, anyone could fight him, and Ishnai and the others like her wouldn't have to shoulder the burden alone. Be it that as it may, Lunar Bahamut remains an incalculable powerful foe whom our soldiers will struggle to best through the mere force of arms. With the aids of the Scions, in other words, of me, however, I believe they will fare rather better, assuming, that is, you're ready to take the field. An airship awaits to bear you to the front. Pray, set forth as soon as you are able. Pray, do not return to the waking sands. I, in the meanwhile, will continue to coordinate our forces. Till next we meet, may the 12 bless and keep you. I don't believe you do any of the coordinating forces on the actual battlefield. It was kind of her to speak with us personally. You may be certain she has no shortage of other responsibilities. Well, I, for one, am inclined to do as your grace requests. Lest we forget, Ardenval and Fodola are in Palathalath on reconnaissance. The sooner we save the day, the better their chances. Indeed, to the airship then. Serious music is playing seriously. Serious music is being the most serious that it's ever serious. Do you know, guys? Come on. So how many computers did, you know, the next animation cutscene crash like it did in Stormblood? So, the Joy Boys have constructed buildings capable of tempering, and the Primals which are not. What secrets are they hiding? Given what we know, or perhaps even all of the Imperial soldiers may have been tempered. If we can subdue them, we should be able to do something about it. But they would still see us as enemies even then. That said, they wouldn't be death to reason, which is better than nothing. It's not impossible that the Joy Boys redirected some of the troops stationed at the tower to the front line. If so, this may all turn out to have been Arenval's and Fordola's benefit. Do you think Estinian and Tiamat already reached Pythagoreum. It's now Pythagoreum. But I should know better than speculate the whereabouts of Azure Dragoon. Forgive me. I know, right? Try as I might, I cannot fathom why the Joy Boys would move to attack the Ja. If Fandango's objective is death and destruction, one city-state would surely have been a better target. No, they have some other agenda. One encompassing the recent abductions, perhaps. More inference. Lest thou wonder, I have attended to Thancred's ammunition and completed mine own preparations. I trust thou canst say the same of thine. I mean, I'm sexy. Is that enough preparations? Did I say hi to Vishloa? Oh, yeah, I did. Hi, greetings. We've been expecting you, but just say the word and we shall start for Pythagoreum. No, it is a duty. You know what? I'm not gonna heal. Y'all are gonna have to deal with me not healing. Small talk. At the cost of his own life did Master Louisoix strike down the primal Bahamut. Whatever the true nature of this new incarnation, it cannot be suffered to threaten this star. Like most who have spent time in Udall, I haven't always seen eye to eye with both Ja, but today I'll fight side by side with them in a common cause, and hope that none of them remember me. Oh, come on, you now have the sad dad look, so you look a bit different. The grasses of Pythagoreum will make for an open battlefield. Many though our enemy are, we will not have to fight against the terrain, at least. By dealing with the Luna Bahamut and his hordes, so too will we render aid to Arenval and Fordola. Come on, let's go. Whether he's here or not, we can be sure that Fandango is behind this attack, and that makes me doubly determined to see that it fails. I feel like we're somehow playing slightly into it. Fedora? Okay, Fedora, okay. I know not what designs the Joy Boys have on Pythagoreum, but I know that they must be stopped for the good of all Alright. You know what?
Our fates
I stand
are not yet
ever ready.
sealed.
I want to see what Grahatia does as a DPS, actually. Badasses are here! Asian vermin, you shall torment my children no longer. Glory be to my God. Come on. Oh, friends. I mean, murders. Oh, so he plays as a black mage. Kinda. Okay, I just noticed that. I should have expected that with that staff, but I mean... What does he play as a white mage when you're... Or a... Not a white mage, but at least a... Diurnal Sect. Do you mean they still have him doing the old thing? Because I remember Diurnal Spec being a thing of level 80 before, you know, just purely for the end of Shadowbringers, so they still have him doing the old astrologian stuff. Congrats, hun!
Thy time hath not yet
Let's
come.
say, which is the class you play again? Level 30 and Nocturnal 50. Ninja. So you have more ability than I do if you're deciding to play ninja in the main story quest. Oh, this music. Yeah, but I mean, I don't remember actually having diurnal. I have that, where it turns it into this one thing that's not an actual sect anymore. And also, bowl used to not be damage increase, it was... Yeah, this is still... our quest too. Okay. Oh. Cause something's gonna explode. No.
Prepare yourself!
What's happening? Engulfing flames. Ah.
Stubborn.
That's a way of putting it, Graha. Stubborn. Help us here. Oh, it is! The kobolds. Crap. Running, running, running. Zodiac relic. I need to do those relic quests. Yeah. Do. This music. You must be ready for every eventuality. Most impressive. Big kitty. Not your average dragon by the looks of it. Looks like a kitty dragon. Okay, we're going with that. A dragon.
Something special for you.
Get back here, get back here, get back here, fucking fuck, back. Getting bigger. That.
Stubborn.
Perfect, perfect. Why, cat? Why you do this to me?
Allow me.
No!
Stubborn. Allow me.
That was close. That was absolutely going to kill me if I got hit by it. And it's something.
What took
That
you so
has a
long?
dragon. That shut up! I'm here.
You're in trouble. Let's split up.
Yes, of course. Very well, I shall fly to their aid. Cool. With Asinian and Tiamat, we have nothing to fear. Very well. Do 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 do. Yep, messed up on that one.
Stubborn.
Thy time has not yet come.
I mean, quite sure it hasn't come. Nope, not at all.
All that I have and more, I bring to bear.
Please, Urianger. I mean, Urianger, bring it to bear because I don't want to die. Does that count? Oh, it's friends again. Hi, Emmerich. And Lucia! Whoa! The pair! Whoa! Oh, treasure puffer. I'm not distracted. Shut up! We'll do this. Reaper. Oh, they didn't say anything.
Oh, no, you
Oh,
don't.
they're looking injured. Okay, that's why. That's why. Okay. No time to lose. To the valley! Oh. Cool. I'm going to hide right here. Destruction everywhere! My poor child, I shall free thee from thy pain. Poor sweetie. Having to kill your own children, that sucks. Treasure coffer for me. How does that look? I don't think I like that. Will you lend us your aid? Then let us crush this accursed war flame. Okay. That looks like it's about to shoot. Are you guys gonna move? You gonna move? Yes, at the very end. Cool. All right. I'm gonna be over here.
Allow me.
Really? Really?
Keep
You're
your
going
guard up,
to
protect thee.
The fucking oh.
Stubborn.
Okay. We're matrixing these guys. We're matrixing it. Strike at the enemy's heart. Oh. Cool. Okay. Oh. Boys has got a bigger gun. I mean, strongman. No. Back and forth, back and forth.
Stubborn.
Oh, that was close, that was close, that was close. Woo! I mean, that is a scouting mask, yes.
Prepare yourself!
No, you did. Trying to cheekily, you know. Bend over. Defeated in a cutscene bullshit. And it won't be done by a bad dragon, please. I call upon my children to save us a long trek. Oh, this is what you mean. I thought that it was like... it's also not an upskirt shot because I have on shorts. This is so awesome! We're gonna approach and then like something is gonna make a noise and we're gonna be thrown out of the air. Is that right? Oh no, they're just gonna drop us here. 12 for offend, I make such a perilous journey again. So it says the person who can't swim. I say that in the most loving... No, I don't actually. Oriange. And nothing... This is kind of actually amazing looking at just this view from... Oh. Like the setting sun kind of... We're heading towards night kind of feel. Also... Dude! Is somebody supposed to be tanking? Hey, Thancred! You know what tanking is? You know that's your job?
Keep your guard up.
Now, what am I doing? Why? I'm hitting the tired button. Hello, husband! Your wife wants to beat you. Kinda. And she brought friends. There's Stinian being badass! Also, we know it's the male because he has the, you know, thorn poker. Yeah. Mutual destruction. Hi, hello. Thank you for the raid. That is very, 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 similar to Infrared. God, that's... I marked Urionje so I know where he is, so that, you know. Be smart about this. For once. I'm not following Alize. I don't have her with me, but I mean, I have learned quite quickly.
Allow me.
I appreciate that, Rudy.
Keep your guard up.
Sorry if I'm kind of distracted by, you know, not dying. Oh, okay. I didn't mean to do that.
Allow me.
Not done this fight before, so, well.
I shall protect thee.
Remember to protect yourself, Hurry-Orshay.
Allow me. Stubborn.
That is definitely an attack. Nothing like not knowing this fight at all.
I shall protect thee.
Okay. Gotta do Alizé's job. I mean, I could, and then I decide not to for my own sanity. And mostly because it's also late at, kind of late. Like 4:20 morning late.
Stubborn.
Not weed late, but still late. Sparkle! Ba, 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 ba. How do those look? I mean, is it just me, or are the healers starting to get less and less close? I mean, I shouldn't say that, actually, now that I think about it, from some of the other stuff that they have. I mean, that's nothing. I'm more covered on that one. I'm quite sure there might be more shades around here. Children of man, the shade of my beloved is no more, and I shall be forever in your debt. By your deeds we are set free, and free we shall remain, as long as I draw breath. Never again shall the dragons of Cedia hearken to the lies of the Asians, this I vow.
Noble warriors, the dragons chose their friends well. Long have our peoples waged war, but no more. Your fallen lie beside our own. By our words and deeds shall we honor their sacrifice.
Cool, cool. Then let us put the past behind us. Hakuna Matata. Which is trademarked by Disney, by the way. I shouldn't really say anything.
The enemy of our enemy is our friend. And you have proven yourselves worthy of our trust. It is the Garleans who are deserving of our fury. I shall see that my brethren learn the truth of this day, and rally as many as possible to the cause. Till we meet again.
Same. I think I'm just still gonna get to the end of this expansion, though.
And thus did we make allies of the Amalja.
I mean, some of them, not all of them, but probably still have to do, you know, ally quests with them.
It would certainly seem that way. The Sultana will be pleased. Let's go and give her the good news, shall we?
Surprised I haven't had an echo problem. Was his death to fuel the tower? Sometime earlier, inside the Pythagorean Tower. Am I controlling? Or is it humans? Is it made of humans? Is it made of humans? Is it made of humans? Holy fuck! I was partially right.
What in Ralga's name happened here?
A very bad party.
The gods only know. But you can bet these poor sods aren't here by choice.
Quickly! We've got to get them free!
I don't think they're still alive. Okay, they are!
Get back!
No! What have I done?
It's too late for them! We're leaving, now!
The screaming cacophony. So many voices. Summon to Primal. In for it.
No! Don't you dare! We came together and we're leaving together.
You know you have a sword. You are a paladin. You also should, you know, have a fucking shield. I should have known you'd be the one to end it. Mayhap Tiamat will find some measure of solace. I mean, I always seem to end it, but I also seem to be beginning at the same time, so to see the Jaw fighting alongside us brought to mind the zoo of the Crystarium. I pray our peoples can forge bonds as strong as those of our counterparts in the First. From what I could tell, there didn't seem to be many Imperials in the vicinity of the tower. Hopefully Arenval will have used the opportunity to get in out undetected. Now we're probably going to have to go rescue him. Tiamat did all she promised and more this day. I doubt she will be satisfied. Nay, she will fight on in defense of her children, wherever they may be. It will take more than a single victory to wash away all the bad blood between men and Ja, but one has to start somewhere. Though the day is won, thanks no small part to thy victory. Thy valor, the Joy boys are far from defeated. Yet, be it as that may, it is only right that we rejoice in Luna Bahamut's banishment to the Aether. While we have so much to hope that we have seen the last of Fandango, we have dealt his schemes a telling blow this day, and that alone cause to celebrate. And celebrate I will, when we receive words of Arenval's safe return. If this is going to continue on for like another hour, I might actually have to end it, and we'll be back on Sunday with this game, at least. Saturday, like I said, tonight is going to be Monster Hunter World. Saturday, Genshin. Events with the Sultana. The dust settles. How many more quests? Company we keep. Okay, Death unto Dawn is when the duty in this is long. Shit. Well, I guess we're gonna wait a bit for that. Standing around here, worrying is not gonna help matters. Come, we must discuss today's events with Pippin and her grace. Brave Scions! Would I treat with you a hero's welcome, but I urgent news from the advisory. Your grace, whatever's the matter. As our troops withdrew from Pythagoreum, they came upon 2 scouts sent to the nearby tower. I've yet to hear a full account, but it seems one of them, your friend, has been wounded and was dragged away by the other. Oh, look, Alphino. Oh no, yeah, you shouldn't have, jinxed it or anything. I must go. Forgive me, your grace. Can you tell us aught of Arenval's condition, your grace? The wounded scout? Not to say that it is grave. The doctors tend to him even as we speak. The infirmary must be inundated with the wounded. If all of us go, we'll only get underfoot. Ishnai, Stinian, would you mind going after Alphino? He may need some support from someone other than me. Very well. I was like, I'm waiting for Estini to say something. Thank you. The rest of us will see that the relevant people know what took place in Pythagoreum. Come on, then. Alright, y'all. Let me see if there's somebody to raid. Let me see. 6 hours. I'm not sure if he's going to be doing for much longer. Alright, I think I have somebody. Alright, y'all. This was Ishnai Ciarfox. I hope you have a good day or night whenever it is, wherever it is you currently are. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and comment. I have some editing I need to do. Alright. Night, Rooney. Thank you again for the raid.